what the heck is going on with the price of gold and silver? And what about the price of the precious metal mining stocks? Well, I've got the answers for you. Let's dive in and find out. Hey everybody, it's Ron from Ron's Basement. Thank you for joining me today. Without you, there would not be a Ron's Basement. You. The apple of your mother's eye. Nonetheless, let's talk about the price of gold and silver and the associated mining stocks. First off, I was wrong about the Ukraine crisis. It's like the fifth time this year that I've been wrong about something. I'm not doing so great. I thought that it was just a bunch of political posturing and nothing would happen. I don't know what you thought, but a lot more happened, and the Russians were much more aggressive about the situation than I had anticipated. Now, temporarily, as us precious metal enthusiasts are aware of, the price of gold skyrocketed to like $1,970 an ounce. And today, it's at like $1,800.70 an ounce. Well, a little higher than that, but nonetheless, you get the point. It shot up and came right back down. And oh my God, oh, and silver also, right? Oh, it's horrible. I can't believe it's so depressing. Blah, blah, blah. No, wrong. Look, I'm going to put up a little graphic that shows a guy that bought a stock for $10. And that stock goes to $20. And he's happy, right? We're happy, right? I doubled my money. That same guy bought the same stock, and it went from $10 to $30, but then it dropped back to $20, right? Where he was just happy about it before, but it had gone to $30 now and gone back to $20, and he's depressed. That's maybe, if you're like feeling a little negative about the price of gold here at almost $1,900 per ounce, that's the situation you're in. I'm going to remind you folks, here in the basement, you're in the basement. And I'm going to remind you that not too long ago, we had gold at $1,790, $1,800 an ounce just within the last weeks. I'm not looking at the chart, but I know that's the case. All right. Gold, even where we are right now, was $100 cheaper in the not too distant past. So let's be grateful. I feel like gold is putting in a new base at $1,900. I could be wrong. Don't base any financial decisions, engagements or puppy adoptions, anything based upon the information that I'm sharing with you today here in the basement. But I think gold is putting in kind of a base around $1,900, okay? I think that, and I said this at $1,800 in my previous videos, I think that at $1,800, gold had priced in uber hawkishness by the Federal Reserve, okay? And I think now that pendulum is starting to maybe swing back a little bit the other way. I don't know how you feel about that, but it feels like, oh, the economy's slowing down, and no, maybe they won't be able to be as aggressive as they thought they were going to be about raising rates and tightening monetary conditions, because the whole economy screwed up, and not to mention we owe $30 trillion as a country in debt, and we spend way more money than we bring in every year as a country. Don't get me started. I won't go down that rabbit hole. But I think that the pendulum is maybe slightly now starting to swing back towards looser, or not as hawkish, less hawkish, more like a crow. It's crowish right now. We'll see. Now, I want to bring up an important point about the precious metal mining stocks. And this is really where I'm most interested, because that's where I have most of my money. And I'm like everybody else. I am a self-interested person, just like you. Now, when it comes to the precious metal mining stocks, okay, they did not react from the price of gold moving from 1,800 to 1,900, right? The last time gold moved up to 1,900 an ounce was in November of 2021, yes, just 2 or 3 months ago, and the precious metal mining stocks were significantly higher than where they were this time when gold moved up to 1,900. They especially didn't react when gold moved from 1900 to 1970, albeit that was a very temporary, fast move on the heightened worry about the Ukraine situation. Nonetheless, they really didn't move up for either of those things. So I think we have a solid base being formed within both the precious metals and the precious metal mining sector. Okay? The other thing that may have kept the precious metal mining stocks their move kind of muted was that the overall equity markets were pulling back a bit at that time. But I don't know. I just think that we have a foundation being built. And at $1,900 gold, okay, I got news for you. The mining stocks are making a lot of money, a lot of profit. Okay? Look at Equinox Gold, who reported their earnings today, their fourth quarter earnings. They produced 200,000 ounces of gold in the fourth quarter. They sold that gold for a little under $1,800 per ounce. At today's gold price, a little under $1,900 an ounce, they would have sold each of those 200,000 ounces for $100 more per ounce, which would calculate to $20 million of additional profit and cash flow for the company. Okay? So the market has not adjusted when it comes to gold and silver mining stocks for this higher gold price. It doesn't believe it. I believe it's going to stay here. And I believe that eventually that will be reflected in the price of the precious metal mining stocks. One other quick closing thought. It sure seems like Russia and China are on a roll when it comes to, growth and their international, their successes in the international theater, I guess you'll call it, per se. And it dawned on me that those two countries are also huge purchasers and holders of gold. Just a thought. Hey, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you putting up with me. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you not unsubscribing. Yeah, not unsubscribing. I think I got that right. I hope you do well. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.